Imagine meeting eyes with the child you once rocked to sleep and hearing her ask you to sell your dead mother's house so she can have a dream wedding. That was me across a cafe table from the person I loved most, my baby sister, Lila. She spoke the number, 50,000, like she was borrowing a cup of sugar. I'm Mara, 38, lifetime big sister. From the moment Lila could toddle, I tied shoes, braided hair, and made storms small at 2 a.m. Our mother worked doubles. I learned fevers and flashcards before middle school. When Mom got sick, I ran calendars, oxygen tanks, lists no one wanted. Lila visited when it didn't clash with mimosas. After hospice, the cottage came to me. A 3-bedroom with creaky floors and lavender curtains. In the kitchen corner, pencil marks climbed the wall. Our names in Mom's tidy script. 2 weeks after the funeral, Lila breezed into lunch on the arm of her fiancé, Damon, a smile with a mortgage. "We found the perfect venue," she said, sliding into the booth. "It's pricey." "How pricey?" "50, give or take. Sell the house and we'll split it. It's only fair." Fair. The word tasted metallic. I offered 10 as a gift, the most I could spare without losing the cottage. Damon's jaw flexed. 10 is nothing compared to the property's value. Be reasonable, Mara. Lila's sweetness curdled. Some sister. I didn't argue. That night, alone in Mom's living room, I traced the faded height marks and cried for the woman who raised us, and for the sister I couldn't find in Lila's face. A week later, Lila called. "Let me take you to dinner for your birthday, just family." Theo, my husband, didn't trust the sudden sweetness. "There's an angle," he said as I fastened Mom's opal pendant. I wanted to believe otherwise. Hope is a habit I wear thin. The Italian place glowed with candles. Lila was radiant, Damon rehearsed, perfect. At a corner table, 3 men in suits pretended not to watch us. No food, just briefcases. My stomach turned. Through antipasti, Lila asked about my garden and laughed at nothing. Then Damon slid a manila envelope across the linen. "Paperwork to simplify the estate," he said. I opened it. Legalese unspooled like fishing line. A trust, granting Lila and Damon control of the cottage and accounts. "This isn't dinner," I said. "This is a shakedown." "It's your birthday," Lila replied, voice thinning. "Your chance to do right by your sister." Theo reached into his jacket, set a small recorder between the water glasses, and clicked it on. The red light blinked like a heartbeat. Damon's smile cracked. "You can't record us." "One-party consent," Theo said. "And my wife consents." Silence pulled tight. The suited men gathered their things. Lila's face blanched, then hardened. "You're being dramatic," she hissed. "We're family, we share." "I have shared," I said. Rent, repairs, rides, excuses. I counted none of it aloud. I stood, slid the envelope back, and left my napkin like a truce I no longer offered. Outside, the night smelled like rain. Theo took my hand. "You okay?" "No," I said, "but I'm finally clear." I had proof. Clean, unforgiving, and a spine I hadn't felt in years. 2 weeks later, we drove past the community hall strung with lights. Lila's engagement party. "Pull over," I told Theo. He frowned. "I'm done being quiet." Inside, the hall was strung with lights, tables dressed in white. Lila stood at the center in a cream dress, Damon at her shoulder, both gleaming for applause. The toasts began, childhood stories polished thin, a joke about bagging a bargain. The ache hardened. I raised my glass. "I wasn't planning to speak," I said, "but I can't watch this and say nothing." I set my purse on the gift table, took out the recorder, and pressed play. Our birthday dinner filled the room. Lila's coaxing, "Just sign. We'll manage it together." And Damon's calculation. 10 is nothing. Be reasonable." A hush opened. Someone dropped a fork. Lila's smile cracked. Damon's face went granite. "This ends tonight," I said. "No more treating family like a bank. The cottage stays with me." We left before questions could swarm. In the car, I shook, then steadied like a bell after ringing. By morning, my phone throbbed with messages. Aunt Wren apologized. Damon's parents withdrew their checks. Half the guest list un-RSVP'd. Lila rang 3 days later, sobbing. "Tell them it was fake, Mara. Please, I was stressed." "I know I was prey," I said. "I won't be again." I blocked the number and cried anyway, for the sister I loved, the girl I ferried through storms. Weeks passed. The wedding dissolved. Damon drifted off like smoke without a fire to feed. I kept the cottage. I turned Mom's sewing room into a desk by the window, planted rosemary at the step, and oiled the hinges she never got to. Some afternoons I traced the pencil marks. Lila, always a few inches under mine. Love is a boundary. I keep it bright and I keep it shut at last.